Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my Yoshi's Crafted World walkthrough. In the last episode we tried to find all of Sprout, but we got stuck on one of them, so I went off screen and found him. He's in probably by far one of the most blind spots I've ever seen. So far away. Whenever that happens, it just makes it super annoying to find him. Now back to actually, hopefully finding him on the first try by going to the Haunted Maker Mansion again. This is still technically a blind playthrough until we finish all of the Sprout challenges. Okay. I do really want to focus on the deep background a lot more after what happened there. To be fair, I was in a blind spot that I would never really check normally. Okay. I think I still have a way to get back there. There's actually a little shortcut I can take. Potentially? I don't know. Never actually gotten stuck behind that before. Yes, I saw Sprout. Oh, actually, wait, I have another strategy. That'll be a little bit unnecessary. Ugh. I'm not going to get it, aren't I? So I'm gonna actually have to take that all on purpose. And then go back up there and recover the eggs. Oh, which I just barely was able to do. And then do that. All of that just to save a restart. I was hoping I could have saw him a little bit earlier than that, though. We're catching up. The level I played most of all of them, just for the coins, so hopefully this level isn't too hard either. This one could easily be an annoying level if Sprout is in one of the all-score sections and I miss him early on. So yeah, that's one of the tricks I was talking about. You can, ground pound near those flowers to make them spit out more than when they get once, in fact all 6. Blind spot 1, nothing there. Miniature blind spot number 2, nothing there. Oh yeah, let's not forget about this blind spot. Never mind, he's right there. Okay. That time he was a lot closer and kind of stood out in the background. It was easy to locate, so that one was a lot quicker. Thank goodness. Blind play for... I still don't know where these things are, but now I know how to beat the bosses and their time limit, thank goodness. I just hope when I finish all of this that I have the energy to do the Kamek boss battle. But if everything goes correctly, I should finish this walkthrough by today. Oh my, that's quite an early one. Just like I said, it can be near the beginning of the level, and that technically was at the beginning because I started at a different spot, but beginning section of the level still, nonetheless. Okay. I'm getting pretty lucky with that. Also, we'll be eventually re-entering the mini-boss room, which means we can't obviously finish that level part. I know we've been able to maybe finish a couple of levels, but most of the time it's better to just wait. So I have another new strategy I use to get my eggs back. This is the double quick egg planet there. Might be useful in the 100% speedrun later since it gets you so many eggs so quickly. This one's probably gonna be kind of annoying considering the... Considering this one is normally a potential maze level, it just makes it even more annoying. But the background's kind of closed in on everything, though. Yeah. Okay. Again, there's not really much where Sprout can hide. A lot of these locations, he's very easy to see and will be on the main path. But some of them, while he'll be on the main path, very tricky. Definitely one of the trolliest Sprout locations, though, I've ever seen. Like, the one, the Lolly World level, which is basically one of those levels back there in World 3. I forget what it is, kind of. Yeah. Also, don't mind that, that's just a cat. Everything's perfectly fine. What am I talking about? Another one of these where we can't really do the auto score the intended way. We kind of just have to stay in the back and make sure we look at the screen from a different spot. Yeah, so those spikes are instant death. So the idea for searching this is that it could be very annoying if I miss something, but again, this is yet another spot where Sprout might not really have many places to hide at all because of the level just being so open. From the looks of it, it's gonna be at least slightly trolly and place it near the middle of the level, where we only get to look at the center and it potentially moves around. Actually, well, maybe not. I don't know. that was more in the reverse level that it did that. Oh, I can't really go too fast, can I? Ugh, this is not fun. It might be hidden at the end of the level, because you can't get an egg near the beginning. Now for the slightly tricky part, where we have to stay in the middle almost the entire way. Interesting that that thing, when it rolls up, can move you back up. I never knew that before. Oh, I never noticed that drawing before. That's part of I guess, a remembrance of a background drawing. I believe it was first shown in 1-3 of the original Yoshi's Island. An interesting reference. I need to focus this part. Go. Oh wow, everything's covered with the little scrolls. I assume that means we can't really have any real secrets here. Yeah, so because I think they were being a little bit nice to us. Because we obviously can't throw any eggs here, so that means it's gonna be at the end. That's a little annoying, though, for our time's sake, obviously, because of the fact that we have to wait until reaching the very end before we can finally do that. I haven't fought that guy in a while. I completely forgot he was there in the first place. I don't know. That's funny, because I looked everywhere and I couldn't find this child's person. This other one might just be gotten off screen again, because these are taking a really long time. Zip in the beginning, obviously. Oh, great. So am I gonna have to start hitting all of these clouds again to... So that doesn't move, obviously. Interesting, the target icon is coming up, yet doesn't really do anything. Obviously, we'll make this a last attempt at this particular one. It had to be kind of early in that case. Just to be a little bit different, let's take the upper path and see if that changes anything. Oh, I never checked all the way up here. There he is. Ugh. Finally. At least we got that part nailed down. I'm not cutting it out this time, because I want y'all to see my pain. To be fair, I already spent quite a bit of playing the last time I did this. I had, that one level, though, took me so long to do. Got him that time. Because of how quick these courses are, this might not take as long as I first thought. As long as I don't get trolled too hard on certain courses. Now for Shogun's Castle, where I'm probably going... I'll probably be a little bit quicker than the other one. Oh, so you can go backwards at the start, but it was not a chat this time, though. Sprout was not here. That's just coins anyways. How boring. I forgot that I did that, and I thought there was going to be a secret in there, but nope. Oh yeah, the interesting lava fall, the secrets hidden to the side. And the spikes that don't actually want to KO you. I think in the original game they did. Because there were spikes just like that in Yoshi's Island, but they were more exclusive to a certain tower instead. Or fort. Obviously you have to check all the upward spots. Yeah, so whenever this particular theme plays, it means that there's a mini-boss in it. And so it makes it so interesting. I actually honestly just, at first, I thought I was part of the ninja theme, but it's not. I forgot that on had 3 walks, it's the one. I know, I'm not that silly, I'm not that silly, I obviously do know how to go for all the hidden areas to make sure I don't miss anything. Interesting tech, by the way, to get the keys super early. Nice technique there. This is where I expect it to be, hidden behind one of these things. Quite an interesting place to hide a craft too, in that particular spot. One of those actually looked like the box, dude, or sprouts, but that has also a little sign on it, though. So, yeah. Alright. The part where I have to open the door just from the other side, just to go back down to then get out over here. Well, it's gonna be in this mid-section, because unless I've missed it, probably should have found it by now. Normally, Sprout hides pretty early on. I'm not kidding, I found him 50% of the time, either very early on or midway through. We obviously can't risk defeating the mini-boss again. I'm just gonna back to world map and try to finish everything else and then return to it. I feel like I should really only just give this one specific try per level. Could have even gone faster if I'd thought of that earlier, because then I would have just gone semi-fast, but then I would have missed Sprout in a lot of locations. So obviously Sprout's in a slightly chilly location, considering he's not in his normal spot. Or just deep in the background. It's hard because since I didn't watch a video on where to find him, it's very easy to just not know where he is. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do all the higher levels, defeat Kamek, just to get that out of the way so I don't have to worry about it for later. Go back and then defeat everything. It's gonna be kinda silly at first, but it's a weird route. Don't ask me why. This is what you normally have to do, by the way. I do a trick where you can kind of jump on his head, back, and get up there a little bit sooner. Anytime you can remove something, or check for between our sides, it becomes a very suspicious background spot then. And yes, of course I'm checking the deep background first. They're going close and hoping that... Oh yeah, right, I have to check these dudes too. Okay, so these guys do not have anything in them. That's what I assumed, yep. I don't know why, but I started doing that a little bit recently now. Hoping for the best. My goodness, I should have gotten hit by that, but I was denying getting hit by that plant that time. Well, I definitely should have gotten hit by him, but somehow I was just barely off. Goodness, that was a close one. Blind spot incoming. Okay, then. These blocks look very suspicious. That's the last place he was hidden. One of the last places I found to say I was in those spots recently, so yeah, let's... Gotta focus on that deep background there. Because he could be very hard to spot if you don't look there hard enough. Ah, there he is. Thankfully, I'm not too silly, so I figured, well, I'll have to search that secret area, and that's where he is. Good. Well, good. We need that kind of recovery, and we especially need to do all the All-Scars, because that's where we'll lose time if we mess those up. Well, no, it's not necessarily doing that, I guess. It's mainly missing Sprout that's the problem. And back to the very annoying snake again. And all the bushes that need to be removed. Obviously can't be too deep back. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. And who knows how many of these things that we have to remove just to check. Oh, and of course the lower sections, let's not forget that, too. Nothing very low down. Alright. The first real good snake troll. This is the spot where I expect to run into problems. Right. Because coming up here is a blocked off section with, like, miniature blocks. Obviously can't be there. Go away. It's the wrong spot for you to be, Snake. Or Mr. Snake, as I like to call him. You could probably do an egg trick to bounce off of that, but the way that's slanted and the way how far it is, I don't feel like that would really work out really well. Yeah. point where we have to clear every single block once again. Ugh. I know, right? That can't be a really true blind spot, but basically any spot where I would normally have to go up to a certain side to get up there. That was quite an interesting miniature squish. It didn't even count as a squish, and I don't know what happened there. I was supposed to take damage a lot earlier, but it kind of counted as me just touching a different part of it instead, so it kind of just kept pushing me around, and then I got hit. It's weird. Yeah, the snake was always in the way, so I didn't like this level. But I almost always don't like levels the first time I play, except for the peaceful ones. This is a spot where I expect to find the secret, but not this time, as I already found a secret here, so it can't be that easy. Goodness. I forgot how long it takes to break these. I don't give up right away, obviously. I have to look here to make sure he's not stealthily hidden at the end, like he likes to do sometimes. This time around, I'm gonna try and look a little bit backwards, because if I seriously start missing this out almost every single time, it becomes really annoying. To be fair, this is getting into World 4, so it's supposed to get really hard to find him, but still, it's absolutely annoying that I've missed so many of them already. I want to get him on the first go, but I just can't seem to find him anymore. And now, I'm okay. The volume heifer sometimes just gets you really annoyed. Oh, great. This one again. Let's do that right away this time. Where could Sprout potentially hide here? This should be an easier one, but it might get really bad if I don't remove a specific character. This is the first spot where he could potentially be hidden, which means I have to remove all these blockers right away. Goodness, the movement to get that must be a frame-perfect input. There he is. Alright. Again, there's not really much where you can hide Sprout in that level, so... yeah. Okay. Alright. Hopefully he's not hidden on the moon. That would be a little bit annoying. Just for cutscene wise, but it might work. I don't know. I guess that's another thing that I should look forward to. Sprout can only really hide on the ground. He can't really hide in the air like certain things can. Which kind of just puts a little logic in the question. I'm expecting, because there's a bigger area there, Sprout will be hiding in the moon section. That's where I'm predicting they would hide him. Because it doesn't seem... because it seems like if they hit him here, it would be a little too easy. Well, we mustn't forget about this area, though. Or the troll underneath here. Well, if he hides under there, that would just be kind of weird and so kind of trolly. I'll still do it. I feel like that's out of the logic there. He would probably be in a easy to get to location. You obviously can hide on top of items, but that's even if there is something there. If there is nothing, then it won't work, really. Time to trust my instincts. Because of the way the level seems to look like, if I miss him in the moon section, I'm probably going to check there a lot more. Alright. Well, I remember how many jolly things have been hidden up here recently. Don't I? I'm not kidding, there's been so many... When I missed stuff in this level, almost all of it was hidden up there, but I also missed one of the miniature secret areas I was supposed to go to early on, and I kind of just slipped to my mind there. Oh, great. It's gonna be in this pit, isn't it? Alright, I'm not super silly this time, so let's go as high as I can and make sure I get a good view on this blind spot up here. Because in the last part, this was a blind spot and a half. Interesting little trick I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, well, he can't be there. I'm guessing he's hidden nowhere in the moon. Ugh. Someone must have hidden him like a trolley person. My goodness, that's the third time this day that, I haven't been able to find him because he's just been in, like, the trolliest spots ever. Sheesh, when did it get so hard? Once I complete the Kamek part, by the way, I'll probably just cut off the video no matter what happens. I could, like, go to it early and then cut off the video later. I don't know why, it's just that I want to finish this game today, and with all the problems that have happened, they must have, like, managed to find so many good blind spots and just hide them in every single possible one, and that's why it's playing hard to get for some reason. Now, obviously, these are predetermined. Like, they always, if you already see a certain spot, it'll always be in the same spot every time. Obviously, this part is very suspicious, so I had to check that, but oh yeah, let's not forget about the other hidden secret here. I remember the secrets here good enough. I remember that you can get up top of here, which could potentially make certain parts interesting. Oh. What if it's hidden in that slightly trolly spot? I don't know. Sometimes in these levels, the best way to usually find them is to just go for getting every single item yet again, 100%, and then, even though you've already collected everything, and then go back when you inevitably miss something. I'm just wondering if he would be kind of trolly and hiding there, but I'm guessing he can't really hide in the stars section because there's no reasonable spot to shoot. However, I can obviously see him hiding up on each of these top parts, and this second one's kind of tricky to get to. You have to go all the way to the top of the side ramp here to be able to figure it out. Oh yeah, right, let's not forget the second part either. Let's not forget that we have to do that part as well. Or, I believe at least this section, because this had kind of an ominous look around, so you think it would have a Sprout in it. Which I went all the way, and there was nothing anyways. Oh, well I guess there was that, but unfortunately that didn't reveal anything. Yeah. I'll just try and defeat Kamek before the episode ends, and then finish everything else off, hopefully in the next episode, but I think at that point I might have to, like, do a small mini-cheat, or I don't know. I won't do it that much, obviously. I'll still have to look for them. It's just I'll be looking for them off camera, so I don't waste you guys' time anymore. In fact, my finale would be kind of short without this. Alright. Now, I do have a good clue of where he's hidden this time. Because whenever something secret hides, it's almost always up here. That's what I learned. But, okay, never mind. Yeah. Just what I thought. So I was able to predict where he was that time. My goodness, I needed that so badly. I had not found him in a very long time. I guess since it's efficient to do this now, I guess, once we finish off this particular level, we'll defeat Kumrak. I did make sure to double check everything in the moon, so I assume I missed something at the beginning of the level again. This is actually honestly getting kind of tiring though. I probably will eventually just look at where he is, but I won't look at all the locations. I'll just look at the locations I missed, I guess. Yeah, this is going to be a potentially annoying one. Not including the meter, obviously. Oh wow, this is gonna be an interesting one, considering these robots are kind of like the Sprout character, only not plastic. They're actual robots this time. Ooh, what kind of secret trolls can we expect to see here? I wonder. Whoops. I can't afford to miss anything, you know. Caught a bad cycle there, so I'm gonna have to wait quite a while. Whenever you aren't able to get through the door before one of the things open, it becomes very tough to do anything. Oh, there we go. The animation's still played in the background, by the way. See, why can't I find Sprout that easy? He should be easier to find, I swear. Alright. I've got a kind of a strat on the boss that I want to show you before I go to the next video. Basically, I have to down him before the 140 mark, and I've become better at the second phase. Obviously, I don't have to worry about taking any damage, but there's still a small problem with the second phase. I obviously have to hit everything all in a row. This part is kind of tricky though, so I will focus. I practiced this a lot off camera, and I figured out that you can hit him even earlier in the second phase that I thought. So, a lot of this is just based on how early you can get him out. And no, you can't destroy that, unfortunately. This, in my opinion, is the hardest part of the entire fight. First part is kind of straightforward, it's the second part that I don't like. Mainly, it punishes you when you get hit. In that spot. It's mainly when I miss stuff like that. Okay. Okay, so now I also did find out that the timer is kind of strict, so I have to hit him as early as possible. Once I miss one of the early hits, it's an instant reset. This fight is actually supposed to be even harder than Baby Bowser, but because of the Baby Bowser's done, I find this to be the harder overall for just getting 3 stars in Timer Challenge as well. Okay, I'm able to get that pretty consistently. This is the part I've become the most consistent on. And yeah, I can't take any extra cycles here at all. I have to do each one of them as soon as possible. If I don't do that, it becomes very difficult. And where he spawns is kind of relative to position, so... Okay. I swear, I was able to get that early hit quite a bit, but now I've been missing it quite a bit. That's why I call it the hardest part of the game. Because of the longnness, I lose a whole minute every time I miss that. I hope after all of this I don't fail the second part. I haven't failed it in a while, but I know there's one trolley section where the things that normally jump at you jump towards the middle. That kinda was bad. You have to try and hit him as early as possible. My idea is to down him before, like, the 140 mark or something. I don't know. I want the timer to say 140 when done with the battle. That's what I'm really looking for. If it's 2 minutes too high, I'm probably not going to deal with that. I actually was able to get him that time. It was kind of slow hit that made it kind of slower, but we made it past the hard section. And this part doesn't really matter as long as you don't lose any major health. Besides, I can't really take any damage most of the time anyway. And this is by far the easiest of the ones to hit the trick. Just make sure you save an egg. Okay, so that will work. But it's not the best. I could have saved a minute there. Okay, so that part's simple enough. This is where it gets really interesting. I normally wait an extra cycle or two before I do that. I kind of straighten my stick to deal with the center parts. Now, if I get to his angry section, that's actually by far the easiest part. Wait, go. Okay. I had to wait there a little bit, because the last time I tried doing that, I wasn't able to get it. That part in particular is the most confusing. Don't ask me why, but these always go towards the center, making it so easy to get his final hit on. Got him. Okay. Thankfully, the first time we made it to this part, we were able to defeat it. So I assume the best way to get the 3 stars is to just do the same thing, but you have to jump more often, you have to make sure you don't cause any platforms to fall, which I usually do in the second half, and then take no damage. I'd rather just take no damage at that point and do the timer bonus. That's why I said I would focus on that. So there we go. Hardest boss fight in the game, done. Okay. We still haven't gotten the true ending yet, but we're getting there. That guy and actually reviving him, that's, I guess, the true ending. But I obviously still need to go back and get Sprout. I'm gonna end this a little bit early so I can get the video started a little bit sooner. But I'll give this one a try as well, but this time it'll be a little bit easier. And additionally, I think it's time I take a break from all the pain and actually watch a video, because I did watch one on how to do the earthing. I think it's mainly after I struggle trying to find stuff, but I don't know. I probably won't need to do it all the time. I'd rather probably just do what I've been doing. Going off. Yeah. Ooh, forgot about this. Let's... yeah. I don't think there's a reasonable spot for him to hide here, and I also feel like I might have been slightly trolled out of them. I'm gonna check off screen, but I think I actually have to go to the flip side course to find him in certain spots, potentially. Either he was in an extremely trolly spot in the front side all the time, or he is actually hidden in the flip side and we just didn't know it. So many different areas he could be hiding behind away. We can remove that. Ah! Found him! I got you this time, Sprout. Okay. I wasn't joking, I'm gonna end the episode kind of early because as of the potentially short finale or wise. That is going to be it for this video, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Let's hope I can find Sprout a little bit easier as well, right? Yeah, bye.